SkyFest. Is that what it's called? Mic is working. Shared Memories, Friday, July 12th, 2024. Not sure what to record with your Shared Memory spell. The Shared Memory Shrine in Aviary Village has a prompt to your ideas flowing. The new season starts in 2 days. I don't know what the new season is. I know it's Season of Duets. No, come on, no. I know it's Season of Duets, but that's the most I know. Okay, let's get started, shall we? We shall. We shall. Okay. First, graphics. Max, please. Okay, already I can see some... Already I can see some stuff around. Whoa. Already there's something in front of us. Right? The SkyFest activities? Yes. I have no idea what this is. Let's do it. Oh, there's a krill. Whoa, I was about to say nothing has changed. Holy wow. I'm assuming none of the... Oh. Okay, friendship trees still work. That's good to know. I'm gonna bring forth the alternate version of myself just to see if there's anything new that wise, although I don't think there is. Actually, no, I won't. Well, let's read the inbox first, and then we'll figure out what's going on. Okay, linking account, save your game progress. That is good to do. Always be sure to do that so you don't lose your game data. Skyweb Store is opened. I did read about this. It's just another place to buy candles. Like, for all platforms, to buy candles and stuff. First time purchase made in the SkyWeb Store during Season Duet will receive a bonus of 15 extra candles. Cool. Everything except for... the Nintendo Switch. It says Musicians and Adventurers. Interesting. Also, with the SkyWeb, from what I understand, it's another way of like bridging together different platforms, which I think is very nice and very cool. New update 0.26.0. Hello, Sky Kids. It's time for the update, packed with a new season and a brand new event. The biggest of all, a huge party to celebrate Sky's 5th birthday. Here's what's coming. You can see around us. SkyFest and the Ultimate Sky Birthday Party. Every year we throw a party to celebrate Sky's birthday, but this year is truly milestone. It's not every day that Sky turns 5. We're calling Sky's 5th anniversary SkyFest. From July 12th to 26th, all times PDT, SkyFest will combine in-person and real-life activities for everyone to be a part of. It's going to bring some special. It's never been in Sky before. In person, interesting. This is a huge event, much bigger than we can fit into an update message with everything else. Keep an eye on for your inbox for a message, all the important information. There is a boat. Season of Duets, a story of memories and melodies. July 15th to September 29th. Enjoy. Whoa. Enter the story of two spirits, one connected by music, and experience the ties of friendship that melodies can create. Sky's next season introduces a new area, a hauntingly elegant concert hall that once featured the kingdom's most beloved musicians. Bring it back to life through seasonal quests, and you may find its stage perfect place to see your own tunes and improvisations. I have a feeling I should read this later. Connect through new game and Tournament of Triumph. July 20. Okay, we'll read this. More ways to communicate Sky. Many of us like to send gestures and encouragement when we watch Shared Memories. Shared spaces or read message votes by liking creation someone made, perhaps even sending a heart for something we really enjoyed. Now an option to write comments on players' creations. I didn't know about this. This way, even if you can't chat with the person, you can create something you enjoy, you can still leave a little note for them. Alright, we'll read the other stuff later. We'll also read this later. What is going on? Oh, I can join. No, I can't. Wait, I want to join. What? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I assume there is a ticket system. Yep, okay. Howdy, Ultimate Sunflower 9000. Welcome. Pixel invades my sleep schedule. This time it's 1 right now. Also looks like he reads at the speed of rapping. I don't rap, I just read very quickly, because I have to usually. Okay, let's check out the inbox. Oh, it's the different spirits! Oh... Did they finally make this expression traversable? I guess they didn't. It's all the different... Goodness gracious, we're gonna... What is going on? Okay, let me read. Turning 5, 2 full weeks. Special time. I'll just read it quickly. Wait, where the gates usually stand, 3 familiar portals will take you to special locations instead. Wait, what? It all begins special time, 5 p.m. on July 12th. All times. Once the event begins, meditate at a circle in Aviary Village near the Friendship Constellation statue. Oh. So that's this right now. So gates. Why start at 5? Because that's the same time in the Rivers and SkyFest celebration begins in Tokyo, Japan. To in-person event. 2 days? What? Wait. You can watch special in-game live streams and talk some more at SkyFest. What? Wait. I was not aware of this. How we got to this level developer stage. Toxicity online games. That one I do want to hear. That'd be awesome. Put more every hour in these areas of the videos. Oh my gosh. Just hold on. Anniversary cosmetics. Okay, I'll read this all in a bit. 5 years. How many? I'm more looking on the tickets. Okay, I don't know. We'll just look for tickets. I see one here, and there's a place to get cosmetics. So that's great. There's also like a place to watch videos or something. Oh, it suddenly went dark. Oh my gosh. And that's the season of Light Seekers, I think? Oh my goodness. Goodness, golly gracious, what does that say? Doesn't have words, just lines. Oh, all portals are shut down. Almost all portals are shut down. Almost, not all. Can I get my quest? No, I cannot. What's going on in the Hidden Forest, eh? Teleports me somewhere. Didn't really read where. Teleports me somewhere, though. Please don't be, like, copyrighted or something. Whoa! What? Whoa! High quality images, video, Wi-Fi. Wait, Wi-Fi network connection is recommended. I have dawn is colored early morning light, fresh start on sky journey. Fun opportunities ahead. What? TGC pets and TCG. What? Let's just go to where they're at. What are they? Oh, hi. They are tall. You are tall. Okay, this is one of those opportunities where we should read. What is going on? Huge party for everyone. Okay, what's going on in Hidden Forest? Art of Sky Gallery. Perry's daytime lighting captures feeling endless ventures. What? Is this what the game looks like under the hood? Holy cow. Holy cow in a good way. This is cool. I don't understand it. Gosh. And then there's me way long ago and I'm like, oh, they have a job application. What if I apply and I learn? Hell no, man. I struggle making thumbnails day to day. What is this? What is going on? Why is there so many shapes? These, like, the polygons they talk about? I don't know. I'm gonna try my best not to candle run in this setting, even though it's very tempting to candle run like this. Oh my goodness. What is happening? I don't understand. Forest is where you first meet conflicts in the game, so the lighting and colors are a bit moodier and darker. You right. I said a cuss word? What cuss word did I say? Oh no. No, I did not say a cuss word. No, I did not. I did not. You're doing one of those things where you're pranking me. But yes, the Hidden Forest is very moody. I'm intrigued now. But you can really start to see some of the negative impacts an ancient civilization had on the world. Indeed. Okay, we'll be back for that later. Where are you gonna put me? Hello? Hello? Okay. Isle of Dawn. Haven't been here in a while. The history of Sky. How's this gonna play out? Whoa. Okay. Same style. Yes, I am. What I wonder begs the question. It says I need high quality stuff. Let's just Alright, PS4, don't crash on me. Okay, so this is the history of the gallery of Sky. I'm not seeing any names of people we need to go to, so... Also, decline the job application because you would rather make thumbnails. No, I'm not an artist person. This is like art plus ultra. And the closest thing I do to art on a nearly daily basis is thumbnails. And even I struggle with that, mostly because other circumstances too. But this is weird. This is magic. This was made by, like, magic elves or something. I want to go up there. I don't understand how technology works. I am a boomer in that sense. We all are aware of this. Look how pretty this looks, though. Look at those rocks. Look at those polygons. Nintendo 64. I think I'm saying the right words. Sky Kid looks a bit interesting. I mean, I assume it's just... Because I know nothing about this. I assume all these lines are, like, they're probably just extra fun stuff. Like, I'm not sure if there's this many lines or polygons or whatever have you that go into making the hairpiece. But who knows? I don't. It still looks cool regardless. I want to go up there. Any Sky Kids up here? What is that? Oh, it's a bench. Are there benches here? They have little spots for you to sit on. I never noticed that. They have like actual compartment for you to put your bum. Oh, it's funny. That's so silly. Something tells me I definitely should have read about this event before jumping in blindly. This is how little I've played Sky, or this is how little I've gone into the Isle of Dawn. I'm not sure if these candles are a part of the event, or if they've just always been here. Big candle, big candle, big candle. I want the big one. Yes. Are we gonna escape to the Daylight Prairie? Is that the goal? Okay. It doesn't look like there's any speakers or presenters here. I think they said that would happen at a certain time frame. Let's look around the aviary area to see what we got. Oh, geez, that is a bit jarring. We got the fireworks. It's Aurora. We are gonna get copyrighted. I don't fully mind. There's another one. I'm assuming. Ow. What happens if I go here? I kind of. Found you. Right there, perfect. I'm assuming there's 5 tickets things, just because that's usually how it goes. That event was so happy. I know that's not proper grammar, but what do you expect from me? Okay. Just need to keep a sharp eye. If you see a little bloom, Actually, another thing we could do. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. We're falling. Ooh, wait a minute. Portal. Portal. Portal detected. Oh. I think it just takes me to normal aviary village. Oh, no, it does not. Oh my gosh, we are in the office. Okay. Anniversary plush. Okay. Oh, mama. Prop spells. Guitar. Plushie. Sound thingy. Other thingy. Balloon animals. More balloon animals. More balloon light creatures. A balloon crown, I think. A balloon crab, I think. Whatever that is. A snow cone. A paddle? A hair accessory crown. A shirt? A Oreo hoodie. A really cool looking cape. What is this? What is this? Okay, let's look at your cosmetic tree. What do we got? Okay. 3 tickets. Oh, 3 tickets. Oh my gosh, are you serious? 3? Okay, let's do 4 candles here. Placeable spell. Okay, 20 for the cannon. We're not going to get that. 10, 15... I mean, we can already get these 3 tickets here. I don't know how many there are per day, but I'll keep looking. Boink. Okay, plus 10, which might be the happy birthday one. And then 7, 15, 10. Okay. Let's do the math, I guess. So 2 weeks is 14 days. Well, we don't know how many we get per day, so let's not... Okay, let me just do 7 plus 10 plus 15. 32. Actually, we can probably do the math right here. So 32... Nope, no. Come on. 32 divided by 14 is 2.2-ish per day. We could just be 3 per day. Maybe. I want to see what these cosmetics are. I believe there is cosmetic closet down here. Interesting. Let's go into blank Sky Kid mode. Let's try our best not to look at any of the cosmetics either. No spoilers. Ah! Not there. Alright, sorry David Bowie hair. Let's go bold. Smaller cape and... Oh, that one. Alright, there we go. Okay. First, we got... Any hair pieces? Any new ones? Doesn't look like there are any new ones. We have this. Oh, just a simple tiara. That's cute. I like cute. So it looks like with hairstyles. Nice. Turban. That one. A hat. Witch hair. That one. We're gonna go with the best one for now. Excuse me. We're gonna go with the best one for that one, which is that one. Masks, nothing new, it looks like there. Do we have any festive ones? I mean... What is this one from? I don't remember what that one's from. I think one of these 3, because they look the most like face paint. I mean, this one is actual face paint, but not really. Which one matches the blue? That one matches the blue of the headband. So that works pretty well for me, I think. Pants. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Wait. No mask, there you go. Just for a sec. Here's a fun thing. Different pants have, changes the skin tone a little bit of the Sky Kid. I don't think I have any that do that. I don't think I have any that do that, but I know the samurai pants is a little bit darker of a shade. Mostly just because I think it's just the lighting. Like, if you look at this one has a lot more warm colors, this one has cooler colors. Anyways. Okay. These better be the ones I can get without having to pay actual money. Please tell me it's ones. Please don't tell me I have to pay money. Oh no, the cape is though. Dang. The Oreo headband and the wireframe cape is, but that's cute. Not gonna lie. That is pretty freaking adorable. I don't have it, like the shoes that I'm thinking that would go really well with it. Ballerina shoes look really nice. The Doc Martens also look pretty good, but just that's really cute. That is very casual, and I dig it a lot. Okay, let's put back on the funky mask. Hair pieces, nothing. Oh, Oreo headband. There it is. It's just a proper headband. I thought it was a little beanie. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh, that is... Hold on, wait. You'll love to see it. Okay, any capes? There's one. This guy. What makes you... Oh, wireframe. Oh my gosh, the tip of the cape. Oh wait, the constellation makes a 5. I just noticed that. Also on the shirt it makes a 5. But this one, the wireframe, it has like the funky polygon stuff. Nintendo 64, all those fancy tech stuff that I definitely know a lot about. It is a paddle. My only guess is a ping pong table. Did they give us a ping pong table? This is a plushie. I don't know what this is. And this is a cannon. And that's something else. I don't know what this is. Let's get in our most anniversary type outfit. The most blues we can be blued in. Which I don't think I have a lot of blues. I could. I could just go classic again. Green. I haven't worn that one in a while. I haven't worn the green one in a while. I might do the green. Can I have the Doc Martens on? No, I cannot. I mean, it's blue, but like I've already worn this one recently. I kind of want to go with the green. I haven't had the green in a while. Now is left with the cape. What have I not used for this? Pink Floyd, maybe. So, what merges blue and the green together? Not that. There's a lot of white on that one, which is very bright. It's not the exact shade of green. Why do I care? Why am I putting this much effort in this? I'll tell you why, because I find it fun. I mean, this one, it goes with everything. This one, purple, looks nice with it, too. Purple looks very nice. How about anime cloak? I mean, anime cloak looks good with everything. It's an anime cloak. For crying out loud. We'll keep the anime cloak, just because I'm very... I don't know. I don't have anything anniversary related in terms of props, so I'll just take the camera. Easy peasy. Alright, cool, let's go. Oh. Alright, let's figure out what each prop is. One of them looks like a snow cone. And I don't fully understand why it looks like a snow cone. You have a snow cone on your back. Okay, good. We can get the, I'm assuming, ping pong table, some type of snow cone, and the pants. The pants look wonderful. So I really want those pants. Pants. Snow cone. I'm not seeing any snow cone. Oh, wait! Hey, wait a minute. This is the dance table. Oh, I remember I made a sick beat with this one time. Gosh, candle running here was annoying. This was, I think, one of the first introductions. A balloon hat? I have balloon hat. It's a little krill. That's cute. I remember this. I'm not sure if this was the first thing. I'm not sure if this was the first event involving the tickets, but I remember the ticket system here was really annoying. Doth my eyes deceive me? Oh my gosh. What? Dude, wait, don't tell me. Oh. Okay, to any of those who do care, on the Tumblr page, I still need to post the Sky thing for season of, for the recent season of nesting. I can make a full little Prince outfit. I can make a full little Prince outfit now. Stay tuned on the Tumblrs, where I will be posting that. Oh my freaking gosh. I thought this was a purchasing screen. Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh, this is from the 9-Color Deer. Yeah, that one. I think I still haven't played the game. Long story with that one. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Dude, what the heck? I'm keeping this Little Prince one. I know it's probably going to be gone as soon as I get through here. Or as soon as I, like, leave. But, like, holy cow, that's awesome. Gosh, that's cool. Gosh, I wish I was more of a nerd about this game than when I was, like, way back then. I wonder how the guide is doing over here. She's just chilling. Yeah, she's chilling. For a proper in-depth review of this, I recommend going to Nasty Mold or Noob Mode. On the YouTubes, Nasty Mold is Nastymolde, and Noob Mode is Noobmode. Why do I recommend going to them? Because they're freaking cool and are one of the peeps that got me into Sky a lot more. Both of them are the peeps that got me into Sky a lot more, and they have very good informational videos, I would say. I think Noob Mode is live right now, actually. I still have the cape. I'm freaking glorious. Okay, I think it's time we read, like, we properly read the stuff, because I have not read a single thing. Although I want to play around with this cape a lot more. Wait, bingo. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So my final guess is there's 5 of these total. Does it leave a trail? Wait, do you guys see that? The cape, the Little Prince cape. Oh, I thought it left like a night sky star trail. Oh, that would have been so beautiful. What in the world is going on? Is Queendom Come playing? What is going on? Whoa, hey, wait a minute. Is this a quiet space? Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys here for a sec. I need to do something real quick. I'll be right back, sorry. Okay, hi, I'm back still. Hi, sorry. I had to do something for another project, for another thingy. You guys hear me? I'm sorry. Cool, hi. Okay. Quiet space, quiet place, quiet something. Very interesting. I was about to say there's no one here, but I mean, that makes sense. It's meant to be a place by our own lonesome. Is that my new work stuff? Publish schedule. Cool. I guess let's check that out. This looks like the sand thing in Utah. They have a spaghetti spire. Interesting. Why do I not have work that day? Wait a minute. Double interesting. Why do I not have work that day? Monday, Tuesday. I don't have work on Friday. Wait a minute. Why do I not have work on Friday? Time off? Approved? Oh, I guess I just don't have work that day. Okay, weird. What are my work times? Tomorrow is closing. Nothing. The 3 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Interesting. That's going to be a long one for Saturday. 10:30 to 6. Weird. Not exactly closing. Just kind of going to be there for the middle. And then closing. Cool. How's that going to scale with YouTube stuff? Sorry, this is important though. It's behind the scenes YouTube stuff. I'm sorry. Hold on. I need to do this now so I don't forget later. I'm sorry. Today's today? Today's the 12th. Okay, cool. So Saturday, we'll record in the morning. So Maury would be in the morning. I don't have any on next day. Here you go. Then Wednesday, Friday will be clear. Ooh, for 3, that's gonna be weird. And then Monday and Tuesday, that one's gonna have to be nighttime and nighttime. Man, I am so fricked. Whew, I am bad at this. What? Feel the support of the earth. I love how it's supposed to be really safe and... Oh. I can't jump. I love how it's supposed to be a safe and, quiet space where you can just think and relax on your own. And then my PS4 is whirring in the background. Is this going to be something water related? Welcome. It's okay to slow down. Ah, you got me. Take a seat and make yourself comfortable. So anyways, sorry about that. What's this? Nope, 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 not again. Anyways, we have a video to do. No time for relax and calm down, because that's not good for me in my case. I don't know. Sky's a wonderful game in that aspect. I don't know why. Long, long ago. What in the world does that sound? Oh, we're in the... Oh. Hi. I don't know. Long ago with Sky, it's just it's the most unique game I have ever played. Which, you know, take that with a grain of salt, because I don't play that many games to begin with. But even now, with like the more than 2 games that I've played within my first time of playing Sky, it is still one of the most unique games I've ever played. Visually, just community interaction wise, it's really happy and peaceful, which is weird because, you know, it's one of those things where you're not supposed to be happy or peaceful as you get older. But in the moments where I'm not, you know, stressing, freaking out about something because, you know, I always have something to do and I'm always behind on something because I always am, and that's just unfortunately how I am. There's always what in the world is that? Like that, there's always something new to see if you just look around. And that's probably where the new area is, come to think of it. A new season? That'd be pretty cool. But there's always something new to look at, something new to see if you just look around. And it's so wonderful. Like, as someone who's a hermit, not as in like, ah, yes, I have a paper that's signed as hermit, but I mean like, as someone who only goes outdoors, only goes outside, I don't touch grass ever. As someone who just kind of, I stay inside often, all the time. I don't go outside much, or interacting as much for a plethora of reasons. Most of them is the who cares scenario, but just it's I don't know. I just sound like a freaking loser. Whatever. Anyways, I'm actually trying to figure out where things are. So far 4 tickets. I'm thinking there's 5 still. I just don't know where the 5th one could be. I don't think it would be in any type of store or room. Or storeroom, for that matter. Hi. Oh, sorry. Y'all having fun? Okay. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyways. I have no clue where this last one could be. Maybe I have to interact with something. It should just show up naturally. Like the little honk thing should happen. Yeah, what does the Eye of Eden have for us today? What? What do you mean? Why are people willingly walking towards the eye? Oh no.
To render and animate the fish, we utilized static mesh instancing, and we implemented some procedural animation inside the vertex shader to make the fish wiggle as it swims. So the fundamental idea is to just defer all of the animation work to the GPU by having the vertex shader modify each position of the source mesh based on one or more input values like time or speed. And for this wiggle effect, we picked the sine wave based on the position along the z-axis in object space, and then we rotate the vertex around the pivot point of the mesh. And this works great to create this effect, and the CPU isn't burdened with any of the animation work. It's all deferred to the GPU. So as far as the CPU is concerned, all we're dealing with is a static mesh. So there's a wonderful GDC talk on this approach, by the way, that was a few years ago by Matt Nava of Giant Squid, and he was talking about the development of Abzu. and I definitely recommend that you check this out if you're interested in more sort of procedural ideas that you can apply to vertex shaders. But Abzu did a lot more with this idea by layering many more effects on top, but we were happy with this basic effect, and it kept the shader pretty simple for the lower end phones.
Yep.
So with this method, we're able to render a lot of fish, even on low-end hardware. So in this scene, we had around 4,000 of them. And instancing them through this static mesh instancing system works great. But we still need to be careful about the overall vertex count in the scene. So if each fish is only 500 vertices, say, then we're already pushing 2 million vertices through the GPU per frame just for the fish. And for some of the low-end hardware, that's really not acceptable, especially considering that each vertex has to compute its procedural animation separately. So to solve this, we added LOD support to our instancing system, and in conjunction with some very aggressive fish mesh LODs, that allowed us to reduce the previous scene from about 2 million vertices to around 80,000.
I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
We were also able to draw all of the instances using only 4 draw calls, so 1 draw call for each LOD level.
I wonder what happens
to simulate the fish, we implemented a steering algorithm that computes an acceleration force to push the fish towards its target position and then decelerate it nicely as it arrives.
Huh.
So here I'm just moving the mouse around and fish is following it.
Huh.
So as we were developing this feature, Genova and I, in our weekly discussions, started to have the idea that this feature and the planned concert for the end of the year could have something to do with one another. I mean, if we turned all of the players into fish, and then we figured out a way of sending that across the network, then that could be a pretty cool experience. But it wasn't quite as Sky as we might like, and it's unclear how it relates to a music concert that takes place in a stadium. Still, if we're able to render thousands of fish with this method, then why not other types of creatures that are found throughout the world of Sky? It wouldn't be very
Sky to turn all the players into fish.
The same principles that we use to animate fish could be applied
but we
to
did
our
anyways,
Sky
and we went even further.
Our butterflies, birds, other creatures. We could simply use the new instancing system to render them instead of their skeletally animated counterparts. Of course, we might need some pretty sophisticated vertex shader work to make that happen. But one of our graphics engineers, Oliver Castaneda, took on the work of writing these vertex shaders for all of the different creature types that we wanted to support. And most of those vertex shaders ended up being much more complicated than the fish version that you saw. But yeah, he did a great job with that. And another reason that we needed the animation to be a little bit more sophisticated on these creatures is because the idea would be that the player would be controlling one of them. So when it's up close to the camera, you can't fudge things so much. It needs to look a little bit more realistic with some secondary motion and so on.
I'm sorry. I just realized
and the design team did some
I kind of got lost in the sauce for a bit. I will return. I'll be right back. Oh gosh. We have a mission to do. It's to look at the event. That is a part of the event, but at that point, I'm just regurgitating what it's already showing. They probably have it somewhere on other channels. Noob Mode was live. I recommend go seeing that. Good Lord heavens. Okay, what else is there? There's still so much to look at. Let's not get distracted. Not again. Inbox. Let's actually read. 2 full weeks. In-person real-life events. Begins the special time. Friendship Consolation Statue transport you special version of Avery Village. The gates will open. Oh, I have Eden. Oh, that's where that was. Okay. Ooh. You can watch special in-game live streams of talks more at SkyFest. Guided tour of Sky's history and the devs. Okay. How we got 10,000 players into a level. I think that's the one that's happening right now. Yep. Wait. Yes, it is. Bro wouldn't let me watch the video because I play on a Switch. Screen was black for me while my friends could see the video. Alright, I'm going back then. Hold on. I'll read the thing, but I'll... Also, howdy, BKR. Welcome, welcome. I'll,
Still had a ton of other challenges to work out. For example, replacing the player avatar with a creature controls felt good for every single creature type. We needed to build tools for the designers so that they could set their
have it
levels
right there.
properly.
Read through the lines while I try to read through this real quick. I haven't read this yet.
Points were distributed well enough so that players didn't all spawn in one position. If you got 10,000 players all spawning in one position in the map, bad things will happen. And there were so many details that we had to account for.
What does that mean?
Mostly by imagining how it would work, because there were so many aspects of the tech still in development that it's not exactly easy to organize thousands of testers to help you out as you're iterating. So we really just had to use our imagination a lot. And the design team was basically working on faith that all of this would come together. But they had other things to worry about, like how do you make thousands of players feel like a good experience instead of just a visual mess? How big do you need to design?
4 star-shaped tokens can be found around the village, so there's 4 tickets total. I will do the math on that in the background.
Would it be a good experience, or would it just feel like chaos?
We watch this, so
and we really
enjoy this while I do some math.
From either, because as far as we were aware, no other game had tried anything like this. So there was a lot of nervousness and uncertainty about the direction that we were going. And I think that everybody, to one degree or another, was skeptical that any of this would work out. I mean, after all, we're going from 8 players in a game to 3 orders of magnitude more than that, which it just sounds absurd. So how would we actually send all of this player data over the network? So in a normal game of Sky, players are separated into
they should have made it available for all devices, I know, like, I even said at the beginning of this, with the Sky Shop, I was like, oh, that's really cool that they're, like, bridging the gap between all players, except for Nintendo Switch.
This is something that we've been able to do for a while.
I mean, hey, as someone who used to play on the Nintendo Switch, it is not that... It is. What in the world is going on? Sorry, hold on.
Individual 8-player instances
it is a bit
to know about each other.
Yeah.
The bandwidth requirements from the player's perspective are pretty modest, because you don't need the data.
Nintendo does not like to play with
for the 7 other players that are in your game room. You only need the data, rather, for the 7 other players that are in your game room, and you don't need data about anybody else. So if we were to use the same network protocol and send the same amount of data per player, but for a room size of 10,000 instead of 8, the amount of outgoing data would just blow up. And players wouldn't be able to handle that much incoming bandwidth either. So it was pretty clear that we would have to build a new protocol that was separate from our normal network data. Now, one really cool piece of technology that we've developed at TGC is our custom analytics server. So we use this to collect data about player behavior to get an idea of how we can improve the game. So for example, seeing what percentage of players make it through the core loop, or how many players engage in social interaction, what types of interactions they're engaging in, and so on. And one of the data points that we also collect is player position. So this allows us to visualize what areas of the game that players are getting stuck at, or where players like to hang out. And it's a really nice tool to be able to visualize this data, especially for the designers when they're trying to refine their levels. So I had some discussions with the back-end team early on about ways that we might be able to utilize this data for the concert. So an early idea was to take all of the positional data that we were receiving and some of the other data that we might need and build a kind of streaming service that could broadcast all of this out efficiently. Similar to a streaming video service, but basically a player data streaming service. And one of our back-end engineers, Jeremy Simpson, and our game server engineer, Alexei Oberchev, built a prototype of this, and we actually used this during development as a way to get real player positions into the game.
Wait.
So this image represents one of the first experiments.
I'm really bad at reading.
Combining
the video isn't really that important, but it's still
from our server with the instancing system. And in this case, we're rendering thousands of players as little glowing jellyfish in our home level. And this was really cool to see. But by doing things this way, we were limited in a couple of ways. So firstly, there's a lot of player data that we just don't have access to on the analytics server. So for example, when a player shouts or does a particular emote, we don't have that kind of fine-grained level of detail. And secondly, the frequency of this positional data sent to analytics is very low. So it's on the order of 1 data point every few seconds.
Example of this.
And this is in contrast to the much higher frequency data that the game server receives as it's doing all of the sort of moment-to-moment player interactions. And the game server receives those updates at about 10 updates per second compared to one update every few seconds. So ultimately, we decided that instead of using the analytics server, we'd simply build a new system which was built into the game server process itself, and we now call that Festival Tech. And it would have the ability to kind of peer in to all of those individual 8-player game rooms. And this would give us access to all of that high-frequency player data that was available on the game server. Now, a single one of our game server processes, which is written in C++, by the way, will handle about 256 of these rooms at once, so up to 2,048 players.
Dang.
And to get to 10,000, we could have the servers communicate with each other in a full mesh network and share data about all of their players with all of the other servers. And that way we could get to that 10,000 target. And we refer to this setup as a game server cluster. So our game server engineer, Alexei, started working on the clustering architecture. And then I focused my own efforts on figuring out how to make the data stream that we were sending over the network as efficient as possible. So what exactly do we need to send, after all? I figured that the minimum set of data that we needed to represent a creature being controlled by a player was just position and some input bits. Input could be used maybe for some basic player expressions like a shout, and it could probably be represented with 1 bit, and maybe we would have a couple of other bits for something else. We weren't quite sure yet. Orientation could probably just be derived locally from changes in position, so maybe we wouldn't have to send that over the network.
Expression.
If that thinking was correct, that we could represent players with only this data, then what we really needed to focus on was compressing the positions. Since out of the 100 bits represented in this diagram, position is 96 of them. So first, some quick math. So normally, the network data in Sky is transmitted at a rate of 10 hertz. A position is 3 floats, or 12 bytes, and we're targeting 10,000 players. So multiply that all together, 10 hertz times 12 bytes times 10,000 players, and we get 1.2 million bytes per second, or 9 megabits per second, to represent all of those player positions. But of course, we need to send this data out to each player connected to the server, so we need to multiply that out by 10,000 again, and we get 90 gigabits of outgoing data. That's going to get very expensive. And it's also a lot of bandwidth for the player to consume, because we're going to be supporting, again, we want to support a wide range of internet speeds. And many players just don't have connections that are good enough to be receiving 9 megabits per second of data all the time, which is basically equivalent to like a high quality, 1080p video stream.
That's why this is being streamed at like, what is it, 7 something, whatever? Hold on, let me check.
So
720.
Can we send the data at a frequency that's lower than 10 hertz? Perhaps we can interpolate between the previous and the current position to smooth things out. Could we reduce the number of bytes that each position uses? Maybe we can use half precision instead of full precision floating point numbers. Could we send maybe only differences in position? This way, positional updates could be kept very small, and perhaps we could send the occasional keyframe to kind of correct deviation. Could we delta compress things? So in other words, if nothing has changed since the last update, then we just don't send anything. So this potentially could work well in the Coliseum, where players are just fixed to their seats and not moving. But it probably wouldn't work very well for the songs, where players are flying around and able to control the creatures. So it doesn't really optimize for the worst case, but maybe it was an option.
Worst case scenario, they're flying in
variable frequency based on distance. So perhaps for the furthest players, we update them at a much lower frequency than the ones that are closer to us. This also doesn't optimize for the worst case, though, and I'll show a good example of that later in the talk that you might catch. But
don't mind that.
Again, maybe it's an option. So let's look at that first question again. Can we send the data at a lower frequency? So this is a test using positional data that we're receiving at a rate of once per second. Now, if we could send this data at this rate, then we're reducing our network costs already by an order of magnitude. We're just 10x reducing it, so that's great. But of course, having positions jump around like this really isn't acceptable. So we need some kind of method of interpolating them. So there was like a very clear solution to how to interpolate the positions that was sort of staring me in the face for the longest time, but for some reason it just took me forever to figure out. So I started out by just trying, obviously like linear interpolation, which I knew wouldn't look good, but actually surprisingly, linear interpolation looked okay once you started staggering when that interpolation starts, because when you've got like just a mass of stuff that you're seeing, then it'll sort of smooth itself out in a weird way. And then I tried techniques like taking the current position, the previous position, and the one previous to that, and like making a little Bezier curve out of it, and tweaking the weights and so on, and just tried a bunch of different things, and nothing really looked super convincing. But if you've been paying attention to the talk so far, then you might have already figured out what solution I used. There was a little clue earlier. Any guesses? Close, yeah. So basically, I used the same steering algorithm that we used for the fish system. So with steering, we treat the latest position, or rather not the latest position, but the sort of the one that we receive after the latest position. So we've got the current position that we receive, we've got the one previous to that, and we actually interpolate, or rather steer, towards that previous position. The reason we do that rather than steering towards the latest position is to account for network latency, so that if our packets aren't coming in on time, then we don't get a lot of sort of starting and stopping. This does introduce some inherent delay into the system. There's a few seconds of delay sometimes where a player will move, and it might be 2 or 3 seconds until you see them actually move on the other end. But for the type of experience that we were trying to create for the concert, this seemed acceptable. And then in addition to just this basic steering idea, I also added in extrapolation so that it would account for that network delay for specific types of movement that we were doing in the concert. But the basic idea is the same as what we used for the fish system. And you might also have realized that this won't give us an exact one-to-one reconstruction of the player's path, because you lose a lot of that high-frequency data. But on the whole, it looks really smooth and natural. So the second question now, can we reduce the number of bytes used by a position? Can we do this? Can we use a 16-bit floating point representation to cut our position size from 12 bytes to 6 bytes? So quick refresher on 16-bit floats, often referred to as half. We get 1 sign bit, 5 exponent bits, and 10 fraction bits. So it means that we get good precision when the values are small, but it gets exponentially worse as the values increase. So half floats are often used in shaders where precision is less important than saving memory bandwidth. And here's a few examples of what those precision limitations look like. So for those small values less than 1, we get a lot of precision, but it gets rapidly worse as we go into higher values. So if our value is 1024 or above, then the minimum interval that we can represent at that point is 1. So we actually just can't even represent fractional values at that point. So half floats are a really nice way to compress data compared to normal floats when the values are small, but they're really not a good fit for things like world positions, which can have large ranges and need consistent precision along that range. I mean, think about it. We only have 2 bytes, so only 65,536 possible values per component, which really isn't enough for representing world positions, especially in the large levels that we were going to be using for the concert. So does this mean that we're out of luck? Well, what if instead of storing absolute positions, we just store a vector pointing from our position to the position of the other player? So now we have small XYZ values for players that are close to us, and then at that point we get a lot of precision, and large XYZ values for players that are far away from us, where we get much lower precision. But this is actually great because in a 3D game, objects that are far away inherently don't need as much precision in screen space due to perspective projection. So when it's far away, it's smaller on the screen, and each pixel represents a larger interval in world space. So those large intervals that we get between values as they start to increase don't really matter so much. So here's a test showing the difference between the 32-bit and 16-bit positions. So the size of the green dot here indicates the proximity to the player. And these are our original uncompressed positions. And watch closely. These are our viewer-dependent compressed 16-bit positions. So did you notice the difference? Probably not much of one, right? It's basically imperceptible. So it's completely worth the savings that we get from cutting our positional data in half. Okay, back to our list of questions. Well, it turns out that we actually didn't even need to address these last three because solving the first two was good enough. We now have a 2 times reduction in data rate from the positional compression and a 10x reduction from reducing the data frequency. And in the end, in fact, we used an update rate of 1 update every 1.5 seconds instead of every 1 second, because visually I actually don't notice that much difference. So we ended up with a 30x reduction in our data rate from our original calculation, from 9 megabits per second all the way to 0.3 megabits per second. And that's equivalent to the bandwidth that you would need to play back like a potato quality video. So we felt comfortable that we would be able to handle that. Now, there was still a problem with the compression approach for the positions that I hadn't thought about when I was working on this. And some of you might have already guessed what it is, and if you have guessed what it is, then please talk to one of our fine people.
Where do these questions seem to come from? I assume,
but anyway, I'll get
like
to
a
that.
community type thing, maybe,
So
or
was
like an
around
in general.
August of 2022.
Like maybe they asked them like the social medias
we
or
had around
something.
3 months left to deliver the build that would be used for the concert in December. So we'd gotten the networking and rendering figured out.
I have
worked on
absolutely
various
no
features,
idea
but
what
we really
was
hadn't been
talking about.
focusing too
I know
much
nothing
on
about
the
tech.
Coliseum itself,
I got a
which is
computer a
where
few
you'd
months
start.
ago, and I just assume it's powered by magic.
So our original idea was to have players represented
this is all-
as fixed points of light,
this is all
perhaps with a
crazy
way to turn
science
their light on and off or change its color.
Still
But this
interesting,
just
though.
seemed a little bit underwhelming compared to the creatures that we'd be transformed into during the songs. But our team had another insight. If we're able to render creatures through the instancing system, then why don't we try to design an abstracted version of our sky characters? So one that doesn't require intricate bone-based animation and can be animated procedurally in the same way that we're animating all of the other creatures.
All of these guys.
So it wouldn't have to look exactly like the player's avatar. It would just have to give the impression of one. So this is what we decided to do for the Coliseum. And the funny appearance of these abstracted avatars became a bit of a meme in the Sky community, but it works really well to communicate the sense that there's other humans there with you. And another huge bonus to this approach was that there was no longer a technical constraint that the players be fixed to their seats in the Coliseum. And that allowed for some pretty spectacular moments, like this one where the players all get spit out like confetti by a giant aurora in the sky. And this also allowed us to add some fun activities to the Coliseum itself that would take place before the concert, and we added some of these for our 10,000 player event, like this giant ball game where you're trying to push a ball into a goal, and there's kind of 2 teams made up of thousands of players.
Yes, games that never
we also
worked for
added
me.
a sort of a tug-of-war type game. Definitely gives a whole new meaning to massively multiplayer. So another important aspect to rendering these abstracted avatars is the detail system. So for the nearest players, we add in extra detail that would be too expensive to add to all of the players.
Whoa,
So this includes a dynamic light that emits from the player model, an enhancement to the steering algorithm that does
like
ray trace
pom-poms.
look-aheads to make sure that we don't sort of clip through geometry. Since the low frequency network data that we're receiving plus steering doesn't give us, again, a perfect one-to-one reconstruction, so we have to do a little bit of cheating to create those sort of high frequency changes. And one more crucial design and engineering decision that we made for the concert was to keep the players who are in your immediate 8-player game room instance, full resolution avatars. And this worked really nicely to allow friends to have their full normal level of interaction with each other and allow them to experience the Coliseum sections of the concert together in that way, while viewing the rest of the audience as something more abstract. And if you think about it, it's really not that far from how we think about a concert in real life. After all, we know our friends well, but we don't necessarily know the individuals in the crowd. They're just kind of the crowd. But nevertheless, we also wanted to provide some level of interaction between normal avatars and their abstracted audience counterparts. So we introduced a heart emote, a wow emote, a cry emote, a small and large shout, and a glow stick that you could wave over your head. And this worked both through the normal player avatar system as well as through the festival.
Why are you praying? Why are you praying?
And it worked great for the types of crowd interactions.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice the other guy.
One more thing that we wanted to come across to the abstracted version of the avatar was some data about who this player was and some information about their appearance, like their cape color. And since this type of data doesn't change very frequently, we implemented a kind of a fixed data system that synchronizes this data for all of the 10,000 players in the arena at kind of a fixed data rate. And so this means that, you know, if a player updates their appearance, other players might not see it instantly. There might be a few seconds of delay before that update makes
That's still freaking cool. I thought those colors were random.
And
that's
finally,
epic. That is so cool.
We send
that,
a
holy
player
cow.
identifier. So this is used to look up your friends. So if there's somebody who's not in your immediate 8-player room, but they're nevertheless friends with you, then you'll actually see their name tag over the abstracted audience entity. So that allows you to see that this person is actually somebody that you know. It's not just an abstract random figure. So for the player state that we need for those 1.5-second updates, this is what we ended up with. So 48 bits per position, 7 bits for input, and 2 for additional state. And we also have 1 bit at the top here, which is our active bit. So it indicates whether or not that player is connected or not. So you might be wondering why the active bit is necessary. You know, if the player isn't connected, then
I'm really sorry.
Send nothing.
I do kind of have to wrap this up. I'm going to link
what we'd like to do is
right now.
Our network stream
grab this link.
as an array of these players.
I'm going to link noob
but
mode
the problem in doing that is
on
what
the
happens
chat.
when a player in the middle of the array disconnects.
There you go, that one. And the chat screen on my video, if you're watching live stream right now, the chat screen right there is a link to another video where you can see the stuff noob mode he is currently doing, or she, I'm not sure. They're doing, you know, a showing of it. I have to finish a few homework things. I know, what a nerd. I have to do homework. Howdy, Steve 5112. Welcome back. Indeed. One last thing though for this video. I do apologize, but you know, link right there. There's one last thing we got to do, and that's math. We all love good old math. This event involves the ticket system once again. Okay, but go to the village and look at the shut door above the coffee shop real quick. Yeah, that I saw that a bit earlier too. Hold on, let's go back. Math? Yes, we got to do math. It's the math for the tickets. We'll check. Duet might happen, mostly just because it's new, I think. What do you mean no? Everyone loves math. And I think it's a little bit useful, you know, to figure out what you gotta counter on one up. But anyways, this. It's a dead-end staircase. Indeed. Dead end to what? Can you walk in? What if I... Nope. Alright. Anyways, yeah, math now. You glitched through. That's cheating. But fair. There's also this too. Like, you can walk in this. It's pretty silly, I think. Okay, let me head over to the area and we'll get the numbers. So the math I'm referring to specifically is how many tickets you would need, or how many days worth of candle running, quote unquote, would you need to do in order to get enough tickets to get all the cosmetics for this event. Now, the first time this event came around, I already got the cosmetics from that event. So I don't know if you have to pay with candles or tickets as well. I'm referring specifically to... Oh my gosh, there we go. I'm referring to these guys. I'm not sure if they're tickets or candles now. But we're going to be talking about these three specifically, which is 7, 15, and 10. Which, if I get my fancy brain and use my brain and not a Google calculator... Something went wrong. What do you mean something went wrong? 7 tickets as far as I know. Gotta go. Alrighty. Ciao, Steve. Alright, so let's do this. So 10 plus 15. Ciao. 10 plus 15 plus 7 plus the 3 we just got from this one right here, the crown. So in total, that is 35. Yeah, 35 tickets. And this event lasts for 2 weeks. So let's keep that number 35 in our back pocket. And by back pocket, I mean I'm just going to write 35. There you go. This event lasts 2 weeks, which is 14 days total. So we do 14 times 4 for the 4 tickets we get total per day. And that'd be 56. So we do 56 minus 56 total tickets that you can get, minus the 35 tickets you need to get all the cosmetics, which is 21 tickets left over. You divide that by 4, I believe, which is the amount you can get per day. So you can miss around 5.25 days. You were close. Yeah, basically. Once again, I'm not sure if these guys are tickets, because this is I think, if I recall, this is the first event where previous ticket systems come back, so I'm not sure if you have to pay with these stuff with like tickets or candles. Sorry about that, but for the 2024 SkyFest specifically, you can miss you can miss almost a week. You can miss a school week's worth of stuff. Or 5.25 days. And yeah, and then I'm not gonna go back because it has like the whole cutscene thing, but in there is a place where you can buy tickets for... Were you here this whole time? I can't even interact with you. It's because the hubby is on my head. Hi, pointing candle maker. Where is a place I can go that's not incredibly noisy visually? There is a place where you can get the tickets through either Ascended candles or normal candles. For normal candles, just go candle running. And for the Ascended candles, I recommend doing the Shattering events. I have Union resets every week, but the Shattering events, I believe a red Shattering event happens every 2 days. So that's good there. Anyways, let me just get... Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, this is an alternate version of me. Remember when I said I used to play on Nintendo Switch? This is the Nintendo Switch version. And for reasons I always have to clarify, yes, I have multiple Sky accounts, but I do not give myself any competitive advantage. The one you are currently seeing right here is purely for streaming on PlayStation 4. This one is my main one, where I, spend all my money on all the fun stuff, like seasonal things and neat pants. And then also I use this to showcase the friendship tree, which we recently got a new expression, which was this one, right here. Very adorable. I think it released a little bit early for for the season of Duet. But anyways, that is, I think, it for now. The last thing I will say are specifically about... Where is it? There, here. For the next up-and-coming days, for the 12th to the 14th, there will be in-game live streams and stuff. Obviously, Nintendo Switch, it don't work because Nintendo does not like to play nice. But, once again, Noob Mode, Nasty Mold, and plenty of other SkyTubers too are most likely streaming it live 24, maybe not 24/7, but they're streaming it. So you can go check it out there. This is July 12th days, this is July 13th stuff, and then July 14th, which I want to stick around for, although I'm not sure if I'm able to, because reduced toxicity in online games is something I've, in terms of Sky and, this, I care about this game so much that when I heard it was coming to PC, I'm like, whatever happens with the PC release, it's a make or break situation. Because if there's one thing I know about PC players, is they have the wrath of God on their side. They're scary peoples. Not as scary as Nintendo people's. Nintendo people's are also rather scary. I should know. I'm one of them. But I don't know. Yeah, it's crying face indeed. But you know, thankfully Nintendo was like, hey, yeah, Sky's pretty chill. Except for this one specific time where they don't interact with stuff. But PC players very scared me when it released on Steam. That's something else. What do you mean, excuse me? Listen. Mario has defeated Bowser 50 billion times. I don't want to knock on my door from Mr. Mario Bro himself, because he will kick my butt if I say something bad about them. I'm by fear. Anyways, that's a story for another time about, you know, the gaming industry and stuff. But I really like that you know, Sky is one of those games where I don't see as much toxicity and things, and I really like that. That's one of the things I really like. As far as I know, these conferences will repeat. I'm pretty sure they'll like repeat, you know, as it goes on for the next 2 weeks. There will be a Sky musician performance on July 14th at 1 a.m., which, if it's Aurora, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. The currency, there's 4 star-shaped tokens per day, so 4, yeah. New returning anniversary cosmetic props and more can be purchased. Okay. Final thing I will say, I guess, about just Sky in general. So if I recall, this is the first event where we've had a repeat use of the ticket system. And if you're unaware, before the ticket system became a thing, whenever a new event would come by, like Days of Nature or Days of Color, I believe, not Days of Rainbow, Days of Color, or Days of Feast, Days of Mischief, the new cosmetics that would be released, you'd have to pay with candles, which are, you know, top left, the 247 map number. You have to pay with candles. And a lot of players did not like that. In fact, no one liked that, because at one point during Days of Bloom, they released a cape that was like 208 candles, and everyone was like, no, that's dumb. We don't want that. So they introduced the ticket system, which is an alternate way of earning these cosmetics during the event specifically, which, you know, promotes players playing during the event and also not having to lose out on your candles. And candle usage and stuff in Sky is a whole other topic for later, but the ticket system specifically, it's had its up and downs. The biggest down was when you had to, I believe it was the anniversary event, you had to stick around the office area for around 30 minutes, and every 5 minutes, or no, it's either 30 minutes or an hour, but every couple minutes or so, a new activity would show up, you'd participate, and then you get a ticket for it. The reason why that one was kind of is because you had to stay there for 30 minutes to an hour, which is a little bit annoying for people who can't candle run, you know, just casually, and kind of have a strict schedule, like me, because I reserve my last hour of the day for candle running. Bit awkward there. Speaking of, I haven't candle ran in a few days, but that's because I have plenty of candles. What's the worst that could happen? But eventually they changed it to where all the candles are there in one place. They had it where like 4 candles are out, and then an extra candle you have to do an activity. Recently, they haven't been getting rid of the activities, but they've been like merging in the activities, so it's more like it flows in better. At least I feel it flows in better with like earning the ticket. For example, this recent one for I think it was Days of Nature for this year. If I recall, you had to get struck by lightning by one of them. I think it was Days of Nature. You had to get struck by lightning, and I thought that was pretty funny. And then you get a ticket from that. So that, yeah, ticket systems, they've improved over time. This one I'd say is pretty. Did it time reset? No, it didn't. This ticket system, it's pretty good. 4 total, just all around the place. They usually follow an A-B system, which means there is a specific site, like an A cycle for tickets and then a B cycle for tickets. For Days of Mischief, I think they had 2 sets of A-B. So it was like A-B and then C-D, and then those would rotate depending on stuff, which was a little bit confusing, but you know. SkyTubers are there to if you need a guide. But overall, I think where we're at now for events, pretty good. I like the way the ticket system works. I know there are some people that are against the ticket system because you have to log in every day or so to, like, you have to log in every day to get the tickets, but like I've shown with the math, you can miss 5 days with the tickets. And like previously when they initially released it, you could only miss like 3 days. The leniency for missing amount of days is good. That's great. I like that. Because one, that lowers the stress of a game that's not supposed to be stressful in the first place. It's one of those things where it becomes stressful if you make it stressful. And trust you me, I can make things very stressful very easily. That's why I'm doing the math. But yeah, I think that's all I'll talk about for the ticket system for now. I don't know how the other cosmetics are. I'm not sure if they also involve the ticket system or if they switched back to candles, where it's like, if you missed it, here you go. I don't know about that. We've entered officially 1 year of having the ticket system. Officially. Like, bam, boom, done. So that's pretty great. I like that. This seems like a huge event that I could probably just walk around looking at for hours on end. But I can't, because I have schoolwork to do, because I'm a nerd. And also it's due tomorrow night, and I have work. I'm closing tomorrow for work, and we have a Skyrim live stream in the morning. So sleep is important. And all that stuff. Okay, I think I am done with my blabbering. Let me just check some final stuff. Oh, yep, that too. Just a little PSA. Link your accounts. If you linked it just to the Sky account, it could possibly disappear. That's happened to a few of my friends. I'd say, like, the safer ones, Nintendo Switch is a safe one. I mean, I have mine. I have one set up to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Game Center / Apple. Those are pretty. I mean, all of these are pretty good. It all depends on your preference and stuff. But you know, we don't want you to lose your account. That's not good. Whew, okay, that's it. I'm gonna link again in the description the live stream stuff that Noob Mode is doing. I lost one on my phone, so I switched to Switch. The same thing happened to me too. Okay, so like my phone exploded. I should be camera running while I'm talking. My phone exploded, and I lost like my iCloud stuff was like gone for a bit, so I couldn't relog into Sky or my phone. But that's a different story. So I just used my sister's Switch for a bit, and then eventually I got new one, all the new stuff, and then it was annoying. Always have a second account, or always a second tied to your account. But anyways, yeah, I could blabber on for hours, because I just barely mentioned candles, and I have a few spicy words when it comes to candles and hearts and like currency and Sky. That's a video for a topic for never, because it's who wants to talk about economics in a game? Like and subscribe if you want to hear about it. Don't like and subscribe if you want to hear about economics. Just ask and you shall receive. So anyways, once again, there's a link to Noob Mode. They have the live stream going on currently, so go check it out. It might have just ended. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, thank you to Ultimate Sunflower 9000, BK Art, Steve 5112 for joining in, along with the silent viewers and those who are watching in the future as well. If you like this video, please share around, because if you liked it, there's a high chance other people did too. Blah, blah, blah. YouTuber outro stuff. I'm trying to get out of my force of habit for that outro, so it does not sound like a Walmart ad. Anyways, final bow. Thank you for watching. This event's going to be fun. I can feel it. And yeah. Ability unavailable in this place. Say cheese! Oh, that's a cool cinematic ending shot. Explosions, explosions, woo. Also, check out my Tumblr page, link in the description, for Sky photos and stuff. That's where I post Sky stuff, I guess, for promoting that. Bye-bye! I should do a video about the economics in Sky. I think that'd be fun. A bit nerdy, but a bit fun. Ciao!